Joining us on the line now from the UK is Redman Lusher. She's the founder and musical director of Rock Choir, which has developed into the world's largest contemporary choir in excess of 30,000 members. They will once again be opening the show at this year's BBC Proms in the Park, hosted by Michael Ball on the 14th of September. To coincide with the event, they're releasing a brand new single, their very special version of Stevie Wonder's Don't You Worry Bout a Thing. Welcome to the show, Caroline.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, it's great to have you back with us. How's it going?
It's going well. We are starting to build up the rehearsals and communication with the BBC about the proms, and social media is starting to get excited, you know.
Yeah.
So, and these days that's how a lot of us communicate, isn't it? So everything's reverting to social media. You know? So we're seeing all the pictures from last year when we performed there, and comments about whether it's going to rain or not, and you know, it's good. It's really good.
Oh, wonderful. So, how many do you do? Do you just do one song when you're opening the show? How does it work?
We've been asked to do a 20-minute set. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So same as last year. So we're actually doing 4 songs because we're ending with a very long song. Am I allowed to say? I don't know. Is it a surprise?
Oh, I don't know. Tell us one.
Okay. Well, one will be our single, Don't You Worry About a Thing, which is the second song of the set. And of course, what we do with Rock Choir is it's all about singing, isn't it? It's all about getting people to sing, even if you don't feel you're a singer. So a moment like that with 40,000 people in front of us, the idea is we choose songs that people will know and can at least sing along with, even if you know they're not in Rock Choir and they don't know the harmonies we've written for it. So the idea is that I'll be at the front with 80 of my team who are the Rock Choir leaders, the professional musicians, and we will be singing and dancing to the 40,000 and engaging them with singing with us, with the BBC Concert Orchestra.
Oh, fantastic. It must be an amazing atmosphere.
It is, actually, and what happens, of course, is the Rockies arrive, the Rock Choir members arrive on their coaches from around the country, bringing their picnics and champagne, and they help me from the arena. They stand up with our set, and they get everybody else singing around them, and they get to have a big party as well. So last year there were 12,000 Rock Choir members out of the 40. I did think, you know, we've got we're over 30,000. I was thinking that, you know, there could be some weird moment in the future where 30 of the 40,000 are actually Rock Choir members at the Proms. It'll be like almost a private party.
Yeah,
so,
brilliant.
Yeah, it should be really good, and what an honour to be invited a second time. You know, I haven't heard of that before, an artist being invited back. And actually, they said last year that they were going to move us up the, I was about to say the menu, you know, the list of artists for the evening. And I said, oh no, I quite liked opening it. You know, we got the crowd going right at the beginning and set everybody up. And I said, you know, I know that's the traditional way of doing it, but can we not just open it again? But we will be back on right at the end for the very classical finale, Jerusalem, and all the kind of emotional, traditional songs. And we did that again last year. And of course, we're looking out in the dark at 40,000 people waving flags and, you know, singing with us. And that was highly emotional.
Yeah,
so,
I bet.
Yeah, lots of crying.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
it's powerful stuff, singing, though, isn't it? The emotions that it can create, both joyous and really sad as well.
Well, and that's right. And so when I choose the songs, I spend a long time choosing the right songs for the members, and I receive their letters and emails, and they do open up and tell me what they're going through in their lives. And so I'm choosing songs that like Don't You Worry About a Thing. I'm trying to say to them, you know, you've got us, and we're standing here on the side with you, you know, and ain't no mountain high enough. No, you can do it. You can do it. And I mean, some of the songs, I get to verse 2 and I'm looking at these songs and I go, oh no, that's terrible. We can't give them that. They'll be even sadder at the end of the song, you know. And I mean, I've just had a conversation with my colleague about Valentine's Day, and I said, should we bring in the John Legend song, All of You, you know, all of me, all of you. And I said, the only thing is, for those who are going through divorces, it's not going to work, is it?
Well, you're so thoughtful.
I know, when it's trying to, you know, for those who are totally in love, with someone, or even their dog, it works. But for someone who's not quite, and with 30,000, we've got the lot. We've got everybody going through something.
Yeah.
And I can't ever get it right. And there's always an email, at least one email about a song choice. And I just wait for it each time and say, what's it going to say? What's it going to say?
That's amazing. It's nice that people are able to tell you, though.
Oh, no, and I'm very open to communication. I like hearing from people and hearing what they think. And recently we just actually, for the Proms, we designed a baseball cap with the logo on the front, because everyone was saying in this heat this summer they've been baking in their performances.
Yeah.
So we've quickly turned around this kind of black baseball cap, and I'm wearing it on social media, saying, I actually really like baseball caps, and I wear them when I go walking and cycling and things. And I've had this massive reaction to, oh no, I'm 60, I can't wear a baseball cap. I'm going, yeah, you can. It's all right. And other people saying, can't we wear bandanas, and can't we wear this, and can't we wear that? I think, oh dear, I set off this social media trail of people not liking hats. It's funny. It's really funny.
It is. And Rock Choir was recently top 5 in the UK charts when you collaborated with Susan Boyle on A Million Dreams.
Yeah, how nice is that? We invited the Rock Choir members from the Midlands to come down, because often the London Rockies step into these kind of London-based events, but we coached a lot of Rock Choir members down, and they had an absolute ball. And Susan Ball was just so gracious and lovely, and Michael Ball stepped into the studio and surprised everybody, and there were tears, and as always in Rock Choir there were tears, and they had a great time. And then they went live, they performed with her live on the finals of Britain's Got Talent at the Hammersmith Apollo. So they had this huge journey with that single, and then of course we were all rooting for them, the Midland lot, and they just had a great time. We get invited to do some extraordinary things now, and we're able to just pass it on to our members who perhaps would never experience things like that. I mean, even being backstage at Britain's Got Talent must have been an extraordinary experience for them to see how it all works behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what we try and do. We arrange visits to Abbey Road, and we take them to Paris to perform, and we're trying to fill their diaries with these exciting, life-changing events, accompanied by their friendship and the singing they experience in Rock Choir. So the whole bubble works really well.
Yeah, and with so many members, I know you said a lot of it ends up going to the London lot, but how do you try and get as many of them involved as possible?
Well, often the performances will turn up around the country. We just had Carfest. Chris Evans' Carfest. He's opened one up north. So instead of the Southern Carfest each year that we do for him, we now get involved with the Northern one. So we can invite them. Scotland is very popular with Rock Choir, and their view of live performance is slightly bigger, I think, than the South. So there's lots of invitations to do things up there. And then the really big events like the Proms, there's this just acceptance that they have to travel, but they all organise coaches and have a great time on the coach. So, and if, say there's a choir that's just been let down by something, whether the weather has shut down one of their events that they're excited about, I'll be looking at the diary saying, right, can we invite them to come and do something else that's extra special to make up for it, and coach them in, a bit like the Midlands came down to do the Susan Boyle thing. So we try and be as fair as possible. And I've got a huge team at HQ, 30 individuals helping me at HQ, who just know the ethos of Rock Choir. It's in their blood now, and we're constantly working to try and please everybody, actually, and one day I'll get it. one day. Oh, please, all of them. Some of them are listening, going, because I'm just trying to. They'll probably get a nice message now. Don't worry about a thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, exactly. Listen to your own message.
Yeah.
I know some of your members have recently been performing at the Fringe Festival as well.
Yes, and I'm up there tomorrow to support them. I'm going to do a couple of days. We're just getting to the end of 46 performances, and they all sold out. So we're celebrating that as well at the moment. And again, coaches and trains and flights up to Scotland from around the country of members performing. And they've just had a ball, because of course it's the social thing around it as well. You know,
and do they come to you and say, we'd love to perform at so and so? You know, any chance you can get us in there? Do they suggest? I get suggestions?
You know, pointers from people. from the members saying, you know, what about Glastonbury?
Yeah, why not?
But the Fringe, the Scottish rock choir leader team, who there are about 7 or 8 of them. It's their local community, and they know everyone, and they were born and bred there, so they represent that community. And the Scottish team and quite a lot of the members up there have been hosting these 46 nights, you know, looking after the members who've been arriving and making it all work. 'Cause there's a lot of logistics behind the scenes with something like that. And so I'm going up tomorrow to take them all out to lunch and say thank you, and then meet the members who've been helping the other members, you know. So I suppose it's just ingrained in rock choir about supporting one another and looking after one another.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of those events, those big high-profile events, that's certainly the Elaine, who is the kind of regional manager of that area. She's really, really good at coming up with ideas for there and coming forward and saying, right, I think I can get us in. And do we want to do it? And then we'll discuss it and say, well, yeah, we will.
Yeah.
So, it does work well.
And what's the kind of average age of people in the rock choir? And I know there's a broad spectrum, but do you get a lot of retired people, or is it easy for people who are working to be members? Well,
like I say, broad spectrum. I'd say probably mostly aged between 30 and 70, which is broad, I know. But because what happens is if you're in your wherever you live, and you would put your postcode into our website and find your nearest rehearsals. And if you do work or you're on shift work, you can jump in and out of the rehearsals in your local area. So there might be a rehearsal 5 minutes down the road, but you can then say you've got something going on, or even a personal event going on, and you just can't make it. You would look at your nearest ones around you and jump into that rehearsal another point in the week. Or if you go on holiday, you might want to go into the rehearsals that are going on in that town, Cornwall, or you know, I don't know, the Cotswolds or something like that, and jump around, because it's the same repertoire being taught across the country, and it should almost be at the same point, you know. Yes.
That's really clever, isn't it? That works really well.
It's meant to be one choir. That was the ethos of it. We were one choir no matter how big we got. And so when somebody is excited about a song and they're talking about it on social media, somebody elsewhere in the country will know exactly what they're talking about, because they're learning it as well. And then when we do get them together for performances, we know that they all know that repertoire, so they can all come together. Yeah. So you might have one choir of 30 performing at their local hospice, but the week after they might be getting together with their whole region and performing with 2,000 people at a much bigger event. And it's those same songs, and we're dipping back into the repertoire and using carryover songs, so they're being retaught to build up their big repertoire. Yeah. And so it should work like clockwork. I say it should work like clockwork. it often does.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I think it's a fabulous idea, and you do a great job with it. We've got the song "Don't You Worry About a Thing." Why did you choose this one?
Well, again, it was, I think it was in the film Sing. It was a cartoon animated film called Sing, and it featured in it. And I took the whole HQ as a treat to the cinema, and we took up the whole back row, all 30 seats of the back row. And that song came on, and I looked at everybody down the row just smiling and singing along with it. And I thought, oh, this is a good one. We should do this. Yeah. And now, you know, because it was, everyone reacted so well to it, we thought we'd release it as a single in, you know, for the Proms and perform it. So it's all kind of built up over the last year in popularity with us.
So if people want to get a copy of the song, how do they do that?
Well, it's being released officially on the 6th of September on all the streaming and download platforms like iTunes and Spotify and things like that. And that Friday the 6th is the week before, leading up to our Proms. So we're hoping to make it into the charts, ready for our performance on the day.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
And I hope people love it. I hope you can feel the energy and excitement from everyone on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm smiling now thinking about it, because it was great fun recording it, you know.
Lovely. Well, it's great to catch up with you, Caroline Redman Lusher from the Rock Choir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck with it all. We'll keep in touch.
Great, lovely, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
reaching out in vain, just taking the things that I've having. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it yourself through, yeah. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing.
The fabulous Rock Choir and Don't You Worry About a Thing. Comes out officially on the 6th of September.
Don't you worry.